Tell us a little bit more about this latest messaging from China's Taiwan Affairs Office. What do you make of the timing of it so close after Andrew Xia has returned from China?
So I think the announcement and also after the visit from Andrew Shah, which is like obviously a figure from KMT, basically shows that I think the at least the Beijing counterpart wants to build a closer relationship with the opposition party in Taiwan. And of course, it will not only means a closer political tie, but even from the economic perspective, I expect that Beijing will probably have further actions, which is more targeted ones to relax and probably tighten different import rules based on different products in Taiwan.
When these types of sanctions are imposed, of course, it's obviously devastating for the industries that are targeted, but some of your own research has showed that the impact on Taiwan's economy writ large is relatively limited. Can you tell us about that distinction?
I think the majority of those past sanctions are basically focused on the small part of the economy because, I mean, if we look at the largest part of the export-import of both sides, it's really semiconductors and electronics, but it's nowhere to be found there. So it is really about food, beverages, and certain fishery products, which form like around 0.2% of the export of and import of both sides. For the whole economic perspective, it will not make too big an impact unless this type of sanction are extended to other products such as the electronics and also the semiconductor industry.
Given that the overall impact is limited, what goals do you think China is trying to achieve by imposing this type of measure?
Sure, I think this is really the warm up to the upcoming presidential election and also the ongoing fight between the this like trying to change the sentiment of the Taiwanese population from the ruling party. So basically, if we look at the measures, the reason that it's targeted because first the cost is not that high for Beijing. Second, it can be quite effective in some of the like district or basically some of the industry because of the relatively high reliance of export to China. And of course, ultimately, I do think there will be some fine tuning of measures depending on what they think that how they can influence the upcoming election in terms of like trying to sway this vote away from the ruling party.